Hello? My name is Emily. Today I want to tell you a story about a dream. A dream that started small, but grew bigger and bigger, until it became real. When I was a child, I had a dream to become a writer. But I was shy. I didn't believe in myself. I thought dreams were only for lucky people. But this dream didn't leave me. It stayed in my heart. Every day, every night. It whispered to me, "Don't stop. Keep going." So today, I will share my story with you. Because maybe you have a dream too. Maybe you are afraid too. But I want you to know, dreams can come true. Even small dreams, even slow dreams. You need patience. You need faith. And most of all, you need to keep going. Are you ready? Sit back, relax, and listen closely. This is my story. A dream that came true. I grew up in a small, quiet town. There were trees and rivers and simple streets. My family was loving, but we didn't have much. We lived a simple life. When I was 7, I found an old notebook. I started writing in it. Little stories about animals, stories about magic, and stories about a girl who wanted to fly. Every afternoon, I sat under a tree. I wrote with a pencil until the sun went down. One day, my teacher read one of my stories. She looked at me and said, "You have a gift. Don't stop writing." That moment stayed with me. For the first time, I believed, maybe I could be a writer. But dreams are not easy. High school was hard. Many kids didn't understand me. They laughed when I said, "I want to be a writer." They said, "Writers don't make money." They said, "That's not a real job." I felt small. I felt like my dream was silly. But inside, I still had hope. I wrote at night, in secret. Sometimes I cried. But writing made me feel alive. My parents wanted me to be a teacher. They said it was safer. But I couldn't forget my dream. I worked part-time jobs. I cleaned tables. I sold bread. I saved money to buy books. I read every night. And I wrote. Even when I was tired. Then something happened. I saw an online contest. Tell your story and win a prize. I was nervous, but I wrote about my life, about my town, about my struggle, about my little dream. I clicked submit. And I waited. Days passed, then weeks. I started to forget. Then one day, I got an email. I opened it slowly. I had won. My story was chosen. It was published in a small magazine. I held the magazine in my hands. I saw my name in print. I cried. I laughed. That was the first time I felt like a real writer. But that was just the beginning. I wrote every day. I sent stories to websites, blogs, and publishers. Most of the time they said, no. I was rejected again and again. But I didn't stop. I read more. I studied good writing. I listened to advice. I joined a writing group. Every week we met in a small library. We read each other's stories. We gave feedback. We helped each other grow. My writing got better. I felt stronger. I felt braver. Then it happened. A publisher emailed me. He said, "We love your story. Let's make it a book." I was silent. Then I cried. I told my parents. They were surprised, but also proud. Months passed. I worked with an editor. I chose a cover. And finally, the book was finished. One morning, I walked into a bookstore. And there it was. My book, my name, my dream. I called my teacher. She came to see it. We hugged. She said, "I knew you could do it." It felt like magic. The small girl under the tree. She had done it. That was my story. A dream that came true. And now I ask you, what is your dream? Maybe it's big, maybe it's small, but it is yours. Hold it close. Don't let it go. Believe in it. Work for it. Because one day you will smile too, and you will say, my dream came true. Thank you for listening. You can do it. I believe in you. Goodbye, my friend.